Alright, today's the famous day. Wide body cutting time. No more of these. We're gonna do the fronts first. I'm at my cousin's place with the Integra. His Integra right here. And we're gonna be cutting the car today. I've been waiting for this for so long after Slam of Destin. It was fun, but fenders gotta go. Well, I've never done a wide body before, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I know we're gonna tape it up, so we're gonna draw the outline of where everything is so we know where to cut. So that's what I'm doing first. I'm just waiting on my buddy to come in with the kit because he does all the bodywork stuff. He went to school for it and knows more than me. So I don't trust myself. I rather let a professional do it, you know? So I'm gonna continue taping this up. 15mm spacer, roughly test. I'm gonna start cutting a little bit. So I do apologize for having some voiceovers in this video, mostly the cutting part, because I am at my cousin's house, as you can tell, and there's two cousins living at this house, a little complicated, but he's kind of new to like me since I moved over to the state, so he's nice enough to let me use his garage and his driveway. So I don't want to film a lot, get in his privacy, stuff like that, so I'm slowly going to be working into it. Like today I filmed another video and I completely talked the entire thing in the garage and he was okay with it, so just gotta slowly ease into it. And me and my friends were just chilling, having fun. This was their first time cutting into the car, so they're pretty excited too. So we're just having fun, chilling out, so please understand that and be respectful. I do apologize that most of the cutting part will be a voiceover. I do apologize, but I hope you guys still enjoy this video as well. So I do my best to explain everything to you guys. So all we're doing right now is pretty much tracing along that fender line area, as you can see. That way it gives initial cut, and we can't really test fit the front fenders on because there's like an angle part without cutting most of that side piece out. As you can see, there's a spot where that front angle part of the front fenders can go in now. As you can see, there are markings on the tape because we were able to mount the front wide body fenders on and see where it sits, and that helps us know how high we can cut without damaging the mounting points. That poke though.
Like, we don't have to cut all the way down here, we just cut like a bit right here.
Again, I apologize for the jumbless and stuff everywhere, just clips everywhere, but we had to shave off some of that front chassis piece where the front bumper and fender connects, because when we aired out, the wheel hit it. Since we were testing my air out stuff, we noticed that it hit a little bit on the top fender, and I want to go ahead and cut it just to make sure that whenever I get my new wheels, I'll have clearance and not have to go back and recut it again. I just cut it once and get it done right the first time.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick ass boy! Damn!
Oh, that there's getting kind of close, AP. Right there, he's at tip. He's up there. Oh, it's getting kind of close.
Is this the tip?
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
I'm at 50 still. So this is pretty much how it looks finished. We're pretty confident on it. And this next clip is us going through with a flappy disc, just smoothing out those edges so they're not really sharp and cut us and the tire. And then we pretty much measured it and copied and traced it to the other side. Alright, it's been like a good 2 months. My schedules haven't been aligning too well. I was waiting for my friend to finish fiberglassing all the fronts, and he has. My buddy with his Miata's on the way. So I'm excited. Today is the day that the fronts will be on the car. Finally. No more of this looking this for 2 months. Can't do the rear sadly because my other buddy, he's the one who does fiberglassing. Our schedule hasn't been lining up at all, and he's going to be welding the back for me because I can't weld for jack crap. And he can seal it and all that stuff because I don't have any experience with all that stuff. So I'd rather have a professional be by. So, let's go play a waiting game and get this thing on. I'm so excited. As you can tell, it's been 2 months since we last filmed anything. That's why this video has been taking so long to come out. But this is what the kit looks like, mocked up with some tape, hold it in, and it looks pretty sick. So all I'm doing to mount the kit is pretty much use a tiny drill bit, just drill a hole, then I finish it with a self-tapper. This self-tapper is like made to cut through metal and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. And it has a hex head, so I don't have to worry about stripping it because I can just use a 10mm or 8mm and just move that junk. Obviously as well, we're doing one at the bottom, one at the top, one in the middle, and one in the corner. That way just holds it in by itself without any of us holding it. And how this kit ended up aligning is that we like let it slit through on that fender to bumper. It actually slides in, which is pretty cool. And with my quick release, I had to loosen it and pull it down a little bit so that front piece and that wide body front fender piece can slide into that gap. So that's pretty sick as well. So all we're gonna be doing now is gonna be painting the kit with a white primer, because as you guys know, with plastic, ABS plastic, it will warp in the sun, and who knows when I can get this kit to be paint match, and we do the hidden hardware, all that stuff like that. So it's gonna be a while. So the kit itself is gonna be sitting in the sun for a long time. So we're gonna be scuffing the face, that way we can just paint it with some white primer just to protect it from the sun. It should be safe for like 5 to 6 months, maybe like a few years maybe, without warping. So that will help just protect this overall shape and not make it look that warpy shape on it. And with that fiberglass back, it'll definitely help too. So all we're doing now is just scuffing the surface. So we just lay that primer on, so just make it, first of all, make it look one color, and second, it'll protect it from the sun and prevent it from warping. Sorry I didn't film that much, but you know, my friend's doing it, we're testing a lot of stuff, so we couldn't film as much as I wanted to. But we found out that it's rubbing right here. Try to see. It's rubbing right here, which is the wheel. So I don't have full lock yet, or even like kind of a half lock. And ignore the fender under. Once that I have my garment ornament piece on, it's gonna cover all of it. So I'm just gonna probably trim this down. And also I can't air out because the fender lip on the wide body is too thick. So I'm gonna try to shave that down too. That way we get that good old spicy air out. All right, that's how it looks so far. What do y'all think how it looks? It's not bad. Oh, also another issue I found that with my quick release that it's too tight right here. So I'm going to loosen this part out so I can put this front piece back on. But I like it. It looks wider, wide boys. Alright, so here's the piece that we're going to shave. Probably going to make it like right at here, flat right with this part right here. And whatever happens, that's going to be covered by that ornament piece I'm going to rock as well. For the wheel well, I'm probably just gonna, it's already pretty thin as it is. I didn't realize how thin it was, but I'm gonna make it like probably like paper thin, which is probably not good, but you can see where it was rubbing. Like, yeah, this has to go no matter what. So like right here, it's like maybe half an inch of that lip. I'm trying to shade it down, see if it's getting better. So let's see how that works, and then after that we gotta work on the car itself, and hopefully that works. Since I actually have batteries now, I can film more stuff. But so I don't have a Dremel to do this job, so I'm gonna use actually an angle grinder. I might use a floppy disk instead of a cut wheel. That way it's just a little bit safer. That way we can slowly chip off some stuff. So let's go ahead and hit it. So I measured it and I did that perfectly, like perfect. Like, and see, it's only a little bit. That's done perfectly. So I gotta replicate that over here, which is the hard part. So I could do that real fast. Now they're both even. Just let's do this part. That's what I'm worried about. So a little thinner, but not quite exactly what I want to be. But I'm gonna go ahead and just start sanding it. That way I can make it straight whenever I'm done. So let's do that. So here's it kind of thinned out a little bit. The only reason why I didn't like using the, as you guys saw in the video, I didn't use the floppy disk all the way is because I want to make it smoother out. As you can see right here, it's like a big, let me see if it focus. It's like a big dimple. You see it? It's not smoother. I might make it this thin to be honest, because, but I don't know, we'll see. But you see, everything else is kind of smooth. This is just missing paint, but everything else is pretty smooth. That's why I want to end up with a sander, but right here hit a little too deep with the floppy disk. But it's pretty good. I'm debating if I want to make it a tad bit thinner. I can still see it's like still fit a little bit of my finger through. So I don't know if I want to make it a little bit thinner or not. I'm trying to get that tight fitment. So when they say tight is right. So on the passenger side, I definitely had more control over that floppy disk. This is all floppy disk, and that's pretty dang straight. Like, I'm pretty proud of it, except for boom and boom, less control load. But other than that, it's pretty even. So I guess I still work on my control. I figured it out because I ended up, I forgot I had a lock button, so I locked it and held it near the top. That way I have more control. So that's probably, I don't know if I want to make it a little bit more thin or not. I really can't decide. So we'll see. So this is the driver's side. I'm like, you know what? I have more control of the floppy disk. Let's go ahead and hit it, and it looks so much better. Except for that one dimple where it's a little bit too deep. But I might make it this size anyways because it's pretty nice. But I think this is a good amount of fender line, I guess, because it's pretty thin. So I just finished it with floppy disk and just hit it with like a light grit, like 600 grit, just to smooth it out. So I won't scratch my wheels, and it feels pretty good. So let's go ahead and do the same thing to the passenger side. Look at that. Perfect. And there, it's pretty good. And that's how it looks with that front on. I just kind of like loosened my quick latch and then just slid both of them in. So now it's pretty tight. You can't really see in there. Let's see if I can get this. Nope, you can't see in there. Yeah. This side's still missing this part, so ignore that. And a little bit off, but shouldn't be too bad. Let's see if it rubs. So this is my current ride height still. If the microphone's all weird because my car is on, so it does this every time my car is on. I have no idea why. But that's my current ride height, same as usual. Let's see if I have full turn. Ooh, it's getting close. Ooh, look at that, it just clears. Look at that beauty. Oh, look at that. Now I do have a 50mm spacer on here, which this is in my future wheel setup. That's why I'm trying to test everything now, because people can say, why not just go a little offset? But I mean, that was like, it was hitting a good amount of tires, so even with like little less offset, it probably still would have hit and it would look dumb. So I'm trying to get it like a really tight fitment, so I could go pretty wide. So this is probably the wide fitment I'm gonna go for, and it's pretty good. Look at that, oh, so close. Oh man, perfect. I'm happy. That's amazing. It would rub too on full air up too, but as long as ride height's good, so we show it's still good. And that's pretty much the fronts. What do y'all think about the fronts? What do y'all think? In the comments down below. This is gonna be video, I guess, part 2. And maybe my air out might need some adjustable camber, or like I got adjust the camber in the front and make it even more negative. That's a time for another video. So that's all for the fronts. The fronts are technically on. Once I get the rear's kit on for the rear, we're gonna do the hidden hardware. So it looks ugly as right now. I know these self-tappers look super ugly, but trust the process. Trust while I'm cooking. All right, so I'm adding more clips to it because more start. I was rubbing right here still on the fender liner, which ended up rubbing on the kit. So I ended up cutting with scissors on that carpet fender liner and just tucked it right under. So now that's not my fender liner, and I'll rub. Also, I am aware that we are missing the ornament piece because when we were installing it, my friend forgot it at his house, so we don't have that piece. But I am gonna put that piece on. It's gonna cover like all of this, so you can't really see this anyways. Hopefully it won't rub on that piece. Hi, thank you guys again for watching, and hope you stick around enjoying this wide body process, because I am enjoying it too. I am taking my time, so please be patient with me as always. Alright. Wide boys. Bye. Later.